Hello everyone, day 960, walking 5 miles per day every single day at age 67 and a half. Today I've got a story about persistence, and it's my story, but it's not about walking. The walking set it up, but this is about my job. In June, July, and August of this year with the ice cream company I'm working for, the name of the company is called Mini Melts, I was killing it, quite frankly. I was averaging about 50 to 60 new accounts every month. Cold calling every one of them and getting referrals. That's key. And then September came along and the bottom just dropped out. I don't know what happened. The company really doesn't know what happened, other than, some people are reluctant to bring ice cream into a convenience store this time of year, I guess. I don't know. But I went from 50 to 60 accounts September to 12. Needless to say, my income took a dive, a huge dive. And normally, in the past, what Paul does is when things like that happen, instead of riding it out and pushing, Paul would bail out and go find another job. I've done it more times than I can count. I don't like being caught with my pants down. I don't like an employer deciding whether I work or not. I don't like an employer deciding how much I make. So, normally I would have been gone. This time I chose to ride it out. And I would go out, call. I mean, we're talking over the period of September and 2 weeks into October, we're probably talking about well over 100 cold calls, probably more than that. I haven't counted. And nothing. An occasional one would trickle in as a referral from an existing customer, but none of the people that I would call on would work. There's one particular group of stores in Marion, North Carolina, at the base of Mount Mitchell, and they have 7 stores. They used to have 17. And I walked in there for the first time in September. Owners out of the country, left them some samples. They loved it. The woman in the office was a godsend. She loved it. Was back up that way probably a week and a half later, 2 weeks. Stopped in there again, took them some samples. Was up there about a week later after that. Went in, took them some samples again. And then I started texting her. I said, look, I just want to keep my name in front of you. She said, I appreciate it. Our owner's in Spain, and now he's had a family emergency, and we just don't know what's going on. I said, okay. Then out of the blue, completely out of the blue, wasn't expecting it, Friday, she emailed me. She said, thank you for your patience. We're ready to roll. So I met with her yesterday. She gave me 6 of the 7. The 7th store, there's just nowhere to put the freezer. I went in it, and I hate to agree with her, but there was just nowhere to put it. It's just a tiny, tiny little store. So 6 out of 7, I don't know what that percentage is, but it's high. I'll take it. But then something really funny happened when you talk about persistence. We were having the conversation, and I didn't know that they had had 17 stores in the past. So I always ask the question, so if you know anyone else that would like to talk about putting these ice cream in, I can hook you up with some referrals. We give you some free product. She said, well, we used to own 17 stores, and it just... I said, well, Don't you think those other 11, well, 10 stores might be interested? She said, yeah, they probably will be. She sat down and wrote down every owner's name, phone number, and address for their stores. And I'm gonna be going back up there Thursday and hit all of those stores. So why is that persistence? Well, I could have very easily not gone back that second and third time. It would have been easy not to. That's what most salespeople do. They'll make a call and never go back. I'm the type guy that will hound them until they say yes or no. And that's a lot like this walking. I am hounding my body every single day to walk these 5 miles. And so far my body has said yes. If one day my body says no, then the streak will stop. But so far, so good. So that is my story of persistence. For all you non-sales people out there, you probably can't relate to this story, but you can apply the principle of just continuing to dig to find the answer, to get the yes, no matter what it may be, no matter what. So those 6 stores and the remaining, I think it's 6 owners, well, they have multiple stores. I don't know how many, but she said they all have multiple stores. So those other 6 could very easily lead to another 12, 18, maybe even more. All off of just not accepting it, continuing to go back, be nice, leave samples, and boom, there you go. So I hope that helps. Persistence is, I think persistence and yesterday's video on discipline are the keys. Because you can have all the discipline in the world, but if you don't persist at whatever it is you want to do, no matter what, discipline doesn't matter. But I think persistence can function without discipline. It's hard, but I think it can. But it won't work the other way around. So I just felt like talking about that day, a little bit different video. I hope that helps. It was a really good day yesterday, and I was to the point where, you know, I was on the job boards looking, and I just wouldn't pull the trigger. You know, I had some people call, I declined, and boom, I get this. So y'all have a fantastic day. It's beautiful out here. I got lazy this morning. I think I've got a cold. Gosh, I don't know what's wrong, but I got lazy this morning, and then I been working, so I'm back. So I'm walking in the heat of the day. There you go. Y'all have a great day. Godspeed. Peace.